A very good afternoon and welcome to UBC Lunchtime News on this 4th day of May 2023. Now here in Kampala we are blessed with some rain, but in other parts of the country the death toll from the mudslides in the Kigezi region has risen to 18 following a heavy downpour that started on Tuesday night to Wednesday morning. 6 people died in Bizi and Gihuyaga village in Murora sub-county, 3 in Kashambia and Ramuchuchu sub-counties in Ruchiga district, and 3 others in Rubanda district. Now on Wednesday, the bodies of 3 people, Kevin Ahereza 2, Vastina Persevere 7, and Janina Tuichirize 36, all residents of Mahano village in Ikamiro Muko sub-county in Rubanda district were recovered by residents. Now Ernest Ramireje, the Ikamiro Parish LC3 chairman, says that the mudslides also destroyed about 80 houses and gardens of crops like cabbages, beans and sorghum. The search for more bodies is still ongoing.
This kind of sheet erosion, these are sheet erosions, that's how they used to teach us. Soils going in big area at once and moving without anything stopping them because they are not trees, and causing danger of wasted cropland, houses gone.
These rains also affected villages of Rubanda and Ruchiga. In these villages, the mudslides claimed 3 from Rubanda and 7 from Ruchiga district, bringing the total of the dead to 8 in the whole of Kigezi sub-region. Kigezi region is among the areas in Uganda currently receiving heavy rains. On Saturday, a group of people were brewing local waraji along Rushaya River in Kagorogoro village and were washed away following the flooding of the river.
Now residents in Karusandara sub-county, Kasese district, are living in fear after roads going to Karusandara Health Center 3 were cut off by floods. Lauryn Masika, a midwife at the facility, says the situation has paralyzed activities at the facility.
Accessing medical health care at Karusandara sub-county has become difficult after all roads were cut off by running water. Most worrying now is the health of expectant mothers who have to attend antenatal. Lauryn Masika, a midwife at Karusandara Health Center, says in normal days the facility receives between 20 to 25.
According to residents, the heavy downpour started at around 10:30 p.m. with running water pouring from the hills. Amidst these heavy rains, landslides started.
Karusandara Health Center is located in Karusandara sub-county, which is serving over like 4 parishes, and we are receiving patients on daily, more than over 20 patients, but as the situation was worsened due to the floods, today we have not received any patient.
Business too has come to a standstill because residents can't access markets.
Omusabaze omujeri wala mazi mangi tasobola kuyitaho tusaliriza mu bukubo bw'ebyaro ate nayo nga gye gali mu bya ngeyo wansi we gali matonotono naye nga tusalirizeeyo omusabaze oba watesiza naye nga mutwaro naye wekanga ngo mujjeko nga gumukitundu bebi
sawa zino nawe tufuna omulwadde sawa zino omulwadde kugamba nti omutwale ku ddwaliro afune eddagala abantu bonna kati baduse ne mu mayumba.
James Balaganjira and Ibrahim Kakonza anticipate that the situation might be a breeding place for diseases due to excessive waters. According to them, the floods swept away people's crops, leaving gardens empty with nothing to feed on, which they say puts them at risk of famine in the near future.
Naye embeera ezibuwadde olw'amazzi emisiri gyonna gigenze teri mmere kati webituuse
okuba kati n'ebirimu tewuliwe bisobola okuyita ate nabwe ebibaayo gajja kubisangayo nabo byo gabittireyo.
Francis Santos, the councillor, attributes the challenge to the diversion of waters from Mobuku River as a result of bridge blockage.
Actually, water being diverted or going back behind, it is one of the cause, it is this bridge. When water come, they come with so many things.
Mr. Elfazi Muhindi Bukombi, the Kasese district chairperson, says as stakeholders, they are aware and working around the clock to have the challenges solved.
That road has been worked on and they had not handed it over, meaning that even the contractor will have to do due diligence to ensure that the work is done.
Now, Tororo district will have a specialized pediatric eye health unit for children. The health unit is expected to reduce on the rate at which the young population is getting blind. The facility will be constructed at Benedictine Eye Hospital at a tune of 1.6 million euros that will mainly focus on detecting the disease immediately after birth, and this will be the first of its kind in this country.
Benedict Eye Hospital in Tororo, being the only specialized hospital, has for many years served patients with eye complications. Statistical details from the district health department indicates that the health facility annually handles over 10,000 eye cases. The statistics show that over 6,000 children suffer from eye problems and 1,200 go through surgeries, excluding adults. Annually.
There is a rise in a new condition, retinopathy of prematurity. We know we have a strong neonatal intensive care unit in Mbale Regional Referral, in our Tororo General Hospital, and these children are at high risk of having retinopathy of prematurity.
With the absence of a designated facility for pediatric cases, children and adults are forced to share the facility,
which is not recommended and really uncomfortable.
Christian Blind Mission Organization, with its co-partners, has moved in handy to construct a specialized pediatric eye hospital for children at the facility at a tune of 1.6 million euros.
For over a period of 5 years to support this hospital so that we can construct a two-storied specialized children's eye hospital, as well as continue to strengthen and support eye health services in the community and also in this eastern region.
Bygrass Construction and General Enterprises Limited was awarded the tender to construct the specialized eye unit health facility. Upon completion of a two-storage facility, the facility is expected to have a 24-bed general ward, outpatient department for children, theater, investigation room, special play area for children, among others.
In addition, we're also giving them specialized equipment for the hospital. We'll pay for some of the staff that will be here, provide consumables in addition to what the government of Uganda gives all the health facilities.
Tororo district leaders believe the facility will scale down the number of children getting blind at an early age in the region.
Most of our people make diagnosis in children at a later age. But now we can make a diagnosis about our children, whether they are able to see or not, at a very early age.
This means a lot to us. As government, we cannot be everywhere. But if we have partners like Benedictine Eye Hospital, setting up infrastructure like this to improve on services in the health sector, specifically in the eye sector, it is an addition to us.
Currently, the country has got about 144,000 people who are living with blindness. The huge number, according to eye experts, is due to failure to detect the disease early.
UPDF top leadership has set up a commission of inquiry to probe circumstances under which the State Minister for Labour, retired Colonel Charles Okello Engola Magudwocho, was assassinated by his bodyguard Private Sabiti Wilson, attached to the UPDF. The UPDF spokesperson Brigadier General Felix Kulaije appealed to the public to stop speculation and wait for the report soon to be produced by the inquiry commission set up by UPDF top leadership. Saddam Mubale with more.
Uganda People's Defense Forces has dismissed speculations on social media surrounding the assassination of the State Minister of Labour and Industrial Relations, retired Colonel Charles Okello Engola, by Private Sabiti Wilson, who had been deployed as a bodyguard to him. Following the assassination of Minister Charles Engola, the UPDF top leadership has set an ad hoc commission of inquiry to investigate circumstances under which the minister was assassinated by his bodyguard. Speaking in an interview, UPDF spokesperson Brigadier General Felix Kulaije appealed to the general public to avoid speculations and wait for the detailed report from the Commission of Inquiry.
Because we are not yet sure whether that was the cause. Because a board of inquiry has been established under Brigadier General Gumayo to investigate the circumstances of yesterday's unfortunate incident. And allow me to express my condolences to the family of Honorable Colonel Charles Engola Machodogo Okello.
Responding to social media report that a bodyguard had not received his allowances and salary, Brigadier General Kulaije revealed that UPDF had paid salaries of soldiers and allowances of those on special duties prior to the assassination of State Minister by his own bodyguard.
Now, particularly on yesterday's incident on Sabiti, the question of welfare cannot arise. One, we were paid on 28th of April, of our April salary, all of us, because it is one pay. Secondly, we have now gathered on the eve of Labor Day, Honorable Charles Engola gave each soldier 40,000 shillings as their 2 days allowance. So, where did these fellows get the speculation of pay?
Brigadier General Kulaije also dismissed reports that Private Wilson Sabiti had mental health problems, having completed a military course as a junior non-commissioned officer in Jinja Academy.
People are speculating about the discipline of Sabiti. He had just come from a junior resource course in Jinja. He was in my class, I taught them. So when you say he had a perpetual discipline issue, where have you gotten it from? Why don't we allow the investigators to do their work, and then we shall get the truth of this matter?
However, cases of senior high-ranking officers mistreating bodyguards deployed to man their security are often reported to UPDF disciplinary committee, but what remains unclear is whether the officers are brought to book. Brigadier General Kulaije appealed to the high-ranking officers entitled to bodyguards to respect and treat them well.
Father and the son. Because this person is out there for your life. But most importantly, he is a human being. For example, there are people who go to bars and sit there up to 1 and the escort is outside. I mean, you don't expect this individual not to react after some time. Or others who go sit in restaurants, serve meals, you come and you go. This poor fellow since morning, maybe even he left without a cup of tea, has had nothing. So, me, I cannot rush to judge a soldier unless I've established the circumstances.
In the recent time following a Crosser murder and suicide cases committed by UPDF soldiers, the public has been questioning whether UPDF offers psychosocial counseling support to its men and women in uniform. However, Brigadier General Kulaije confirmed the existence of the services playing down cases of mental illnesses among UPDF soldiers. Saddam Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
Prime Minister Robinah Nabbanja has asked health workers to adhere to their ethical code of conduct while serving the public. Nabbanja was addressing intern doctors undergoing a 2-week ideological orientation training at the National Leadership Institute, Nali, in Changwanzi district.
Nabbanja says whether health workers are working in the public sector or private must adhere to professionalism, which is key to service delivery. Nabbanja castigated the unethical behaviors of health workers who think of striking every time they are faced with unresolved challenges by government.
Your profession is a calling to prevent sickness and promote health, and treat with compassion those who fall sick and find themselves in your hands. Those for supervision, the Ministry of Health for supervision. If we don't supervise, Ugandans forget easily, so that you can remain vigilant and adhere to your professional conduct.
Nabbanja appealed to the intern doctors to take the knowledge acquired at the Leadership Training Institute serious in their career development.
I believe I have started already equipping you. You will be equipped with knowledge for improving service delivery. And as a leader, you are partnering with government to serve your nation.
She urged the health workers to be ambassadors of government in preaching unity and development.
And inform your communities that we need development as priority number. We also need security.
Dr. Musa Lumumba, the president of the Federation for Medical Interns and the course coordinator at Nali, says the training has come at the right time to prepare them in their career.
Before coming here, our agenda was we go, striking to make sure that our issues, our concerns are addressed. I've as well been oriented on how do we handle issues when we have challenges, how do we handle issues when we have differences. So we are moving out of this place knowing that Uganda loves everyone, Uganda is for everyone. Uganda.
Brigadier General Charles Chisembo underscored the importance of leadership training to all Ugandans.
Is really in a deplorable state. Something Mama needs to be done. Bukwiri to hear, at least that section, if it could be tarmacked. Knowledgeable with a strong sense of perseverance, integrity, committed to serving their motherland, committed to serving their motherland.
The first batch of intern medical workers is at Nali for the leadership and ideological orientation training to serve the country.
Schools administrators for Namutumba seed schools want government to speed the construction of perimeter walls to provide security to students in seed schools. We have more details in this report.
The Ministry of Education and Sports has finished the commissioning of 62 out of 177 seed schools of the first batch and completed construction of 88 schools. According to reports, most of these seed schools lack perimeter walls, yet have boarding sections. Namutumba Seed School in Namutumba district, with a population of over 800 students, is not exceptional.
Our school lacks a fence, and that makes it just open. That means insecurity, and we would really seek help in some of the areas like fencing. We have a population which has grown to about 800, over 800, and yet we have only two labs which we use, but we have other subjects, chemistry, agriculture. We need more labs.
The head teacher in Namutumba Seed School, Imelda Sabila Ariokot, says the school is facing a challenge of power outage with availability of a weak solar panel.
This school has a solar system, but it is weakening, so we need electricity. We have already the poles are there, but we seek help. Our area MPs have promised, but it is taking long. So those are some of the challenges that we have here.
The school also is poorly understaffed and lack land for expansion.
Are you only interested in remunerations and not minding about your productivity? We salute whoever opposes renting at the workplace.
UBC Lunchtime News takes a very short break. We return with business stories.
Talk with freedom. Get MTN Freedom voice bundles that don't expire. Dial *100 *21# or my MTN app for more bundles. Together, we're unstoppable.
The Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, under the auspices of the East African Community, will host the 10th East African Petroleum Conference and Exhibition 2023 from the 9th to the 11th of May 2023 at the Kampala Serena Hotel in Uganda. Take full advantage of the investment opportunities in the East African region's vibrant oil and gas sector. To find out more on how to sponsor, exhibit, or attend the 10th EAPCE 23, visit www.eapce23.eac.int.
Glow as you are with the new Spark 10 series smartphone from Airtel in partnership with Tecno. Own the timelines with picture-perfect selfies using the 32-megapixel selfie camera, 256 GB storage, G88 gaming processor, and a strong battery to last the whole day. Towakana.
The Spark 10 smartphone comes with free 3 GB from Airtel and 100% bonus on weekly and monthly bundles every month for 3 months, so you can stay connected to a world of possibilities. Dial *100 *5# to enjoy free data. The new Spark 10 is available in all selected Tecno shops countrywide. Airtel, the smartphone network in partnership with Tecno. Stop at nothing.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president. She is the hope of our community. And as a community leader, I will talk to others about how we must protect her against child marriage and teenage pregnancy because it affects us all. We each have a role to play in empowering our teenage girls to protect them from pregnancy. Because when we empower them, we empower our nation. Protect the girl, save the nation.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sawuti 116.
Iwakato, this is a quick call. I'm almost out of minutes. Now, second the center.
Why rush through such important conversations? Airtel Uganda has made it possible for you to call across all networks in Uganda at the best rates with the new Bona voice bundles. Stay connected anytime, anywhere, with minutes valid for calls on all networks. Dial *100 *1#. Select voice bundles and select Bona voice bundles today. Airtel, the smartphone network.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
She is our family's pride, and as her father, I will protect her from child marriage and talk to her about the dangers of teenage pregnancy. We each have a role to play in empowering our teenage girls to protect them from child marriage and pregnancy, because when we empower them, we empower our nation. Protect the girl, save the nation.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sawuti 116.
Jerry con. Jerry con. Hey, Master Blaster. Touch him, man. Bang Jerry con with muscle. Those ones who say go for you only. Mundava. Best movies I teach you. When I go to which the squad, because of the camera is very far. Is you serious? Is serious you? What can I watch? Eh? You step it on it. Add kilometers to your legs, and you get your sugar. We buy meat from Umaru, and Umaru refused to give you enough meat. Mama! Show him that they don't joke with you. Umaru, wait. Jerry, car.
okukakaluka n'okulungi kwetaagako omuntu akuyambako n'olwekyo tujja kukuteerawo embeera esaanidde osobole okukola ekisinga awamu teri kitulema.
Welcome back from that break, and now into the business scene. The Ministry of Works and Transport has received an updated feasibility study on the development of the new Kampala port at Bukasa. The study, conducted by Gulf consultants, highlights the project's financial viability, assesses environmental and social impact, evaluates the current state of infrastructure and its role in the East African trade, among others.
Why we are reviewing the feasibility study, we want to see at this point in time that the construction of this port is economically viable, financially sustainable, and technically feasible. And indeed, when we looked at the study, we have realized that the construction of the port is economically viable.
Bukasa Port is envisaged to be an ultra-modern facility that will handle international cargo only and mainly from the central corridor that is served by the Port of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania.
This corridor, at its height in 1995, used to transport up to 60% of Uganda-bound cargo. However, today it is transporting less than 5%, even though the cargo volumes have grown, meaning that most of the transport is done by road. Therefore, the need for reliable and multiple accesses to the sea for the Great Lakes landlocked country is more pressing now more than ever.
The port will not only serve Central Corridor per se, it will serve both the Central Corridor and the Northern Corridor. But more emphasis is more on Central Corridor. Why? Because most of the traffic, analysis showed that most of the traffic is higher by the Central Corridor if it is really provided by those vessels.
With an estimated project cost of over euro 200 million or approximately 820 billion Ugandan shillings, Bukasa Port implementation has faced delays. Benon Kajuna, the Director of Transport at the Ministry of Works and Transport, sheds more light on the matter.
We still need some more 5 or so billion to complete the compensation. But finance has been able to come in and sort out that challenge of the financing. We also had the challenges of getting a contractor to do the swamp reclamation and surcharging. Because the bids which we are receiving were a bit expensive. So it took us some more time and we wasted some time on that.
According to stakeholders, the revival of the Central Corridor transport via Lake Victoria requires efficient ports and intermodal facilities.
I think it's going to really strengthen the connectivity, and for the business community, having that alternative to the sea is going to be a great relief.
The total forecasted traffic from all directions is 1 million tons in 2025, with an estimated long-term tonnage throughput to 4.4 million tons in 2045. Dennis Igoa and Charlotte Amuge for UBC Business.
The Microfinance Support Center, headed by the State Minister of Finance in charge of microfinance, Haruna Cheyune Kasolo, has launched a Catalia Loans product to support market vendors' businesses. The program has started with the Nakasero market in Kampala, with plans to expand to more markets in the future. Mark Wadulo with more.
During the launch of the Catalia Loans product, Minister Kasolo criticized consumers who do not prioritize saving and urged the vendors to save rather than spend their money on eating out.
Kati sente zino muzirabe ezo zemuwadde mu bulagajjavu bwange n'okwagala okweraga, okay, njawukanye n'emitwalo gyange era simanyi we ngenda gijja okugizaawo.
The product is a revolving fund that will be given to individuals rather than SACCOs. The interest rate on the loans will be 1% per month, and the program will be overseen by a committee made up of the LC1 chairman, market leaders, and representatives from the Microfinance Support Center.
Kubanga ekyo ekifo kifuna ennakasiro kya bbeeyi si kyekyo era pulogulaamu eno tugenda kukolagana butereevu ne ba LC1 chairpersons butereevu era mu ofiisi zaabwe mwe tugenda okukolera.
Prospective beneficiaries must register themselves in a registered association of 30 individuals each. Each association must obtain a certificate, and all the members must register with a national ID. If and when a borrower requires a loan, at least 4 members of the association must guarantee the loan, and the borrower's stall in the market will be used as security.
Walaba naffe almost 1 year sebo ekitiba Honorable Kasolo okufuna certificates ezo naye zifuuse embaga. So challenges mbadde njogenda muganda wange annyonnyodde kati saga nnyo kuba nze njaga kutereeza njaga kwebaza tukozese ffe ku ground tuleete results tukuyambeko.
This initiative aims to expand the number of beneficiaries from the Microfinance Support Center's various programs, and the Catalia Loan product will be rolled out in various markets in Kampala first, followed by arcade operators and border riders in future phases. The Catalia Loan product is a step towards achieving the government's goal of fostering entrepreneurship and innovation in Uganda. It is expected that more businesses will be launched and jobs created as a result of this initiative. Wadulo
And now into sports. 64 schools from the different regions of Uganda have been drawn into 8 groups that will compete for the 2023 Uganda Secondary School Sports Association Football Boys Championship. Now the competition will take place at the Nyakasura School from the 9th to the 20th of May 2023.
The national draws for the 2023 Uganda Secondary Schools Sports Association Football Boys Championship were held today at the MTN Arena in Lugogo. 64 schools from the different regions of Uganda were pitted in 8 groups, A to H, with 8 teams each group. The schools reached the draws by qualifying through regional tournaments, with the winners making it to the draws.
I'm happy that we have done draws for the national football competitions for secondary schools. We are going to have 64 teams in Nyakasula, in Fort Portal. I am giving a message to everyone: come and support the children. The Ministry of Education and Sports now is targeting talent identification and development, and want to do more of grassroots sports. Therefore, the children, I encourage the students who are going to play to put in effort. There will be coaches looking for players to join the national team. Please do your best.
Debutants at Mengo Senior Secondary School are in Group B alongside the hosts Nakasura, who got a bye qualification. Reigning champions at St. Mary's Chitende are in Group A, and record champions at Chibuli, who have 11 titles, are in Group H.
We really prepared for this since last year, because last year we never participated in qualifiers. We were organizing the team. We said let us lose a year, but we come up with something good.
Other notable schools in the competition are Budo SS, Kawempe Muslim, St. Henry's Chitovu, and Uganda Matters High School in Rubaga. Participants will start reporting to Nyakasura School from the 6th of May 2023, and the tournament will run from the 9th of May to the 20th of May 2023. Grace Joyce Kemigisa, UBC News.
And with that, we come to the end of UBC Lunchtime News. Thank you so much for your company. I'm Lauryn Masika. Have yourself a lovely afternoon.